About going on in 8 years.
And was
We
he employed at
alive
that
right
time?
now, fellas.
Yes,
What did he do?
he's a truck driver.
To your knowledge, is he still driving trucks?
Yes.
How much was he making back then?
Probably like 60 to 70.
Do you know how much he makes now? Have any personal knowledge of how much he makes now?
No, not really. Should be around the same thing though.
I'll ask the court to take judicial notice that according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Texas, May of 2024, the annual mean wage for heavy and trailer truck drivers is $56,470.
Wow. Here you go,
Okay.
fellas. Come on
So
in for this
noted.
No
bullshit.
objection.
So Ms. Portillo, I've calculated child support based on
I'm gonna start this over. Y'all
the
come
Bureau of
on
Labor
in.
Statistics
We're
for
live
average
right
income
now
for
in
truck drivers,
Texas.
as I just stated. And I'm
Live
calculating child
hearings.
support to be $1,016 per month
Peace.
starting May 1st. Are you
Kevin
in
D.
agreement with that?
I'm gonna roll this thing back.
Okay.
It's gonna blow your
Yes.
mind.
And how are the children currently covered for health insurance?
They're on Medicaid right now.
Do you have access to insurance through an employer or other source?
No, I don't.
Do you agree with the state's proposal that Mr. Arana should pay medical support of $300 per month starting May
Y'all hear
1st?
this shit? Come on in
Yes,
here,
sir.
y'all. Come on in here. You finna hear some
I will
bullshit,
pass the witness.
some lying.
Any
I'ma
questions, Mr.
roll it back.
Carzales?
Not at this time, not until rebuttal if I need to, Your Honor.
Okay. You may call your next witness, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Mr. Arana.
Hold on one second. Mr. Arana, could you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Arana, has there been a history of family violence between you and Ms. Portillo?
Yes, sir, there has, but there's been a whole
Is
bunch
it-
of false police reports just
Okay, hold
around
on.
the house.
Wait for me to ask a question.
All right, let me start it over for y'all.
Is it correct that you were incarcerated for
Let me
domestic
start it
violence
over.
against
This
Ms.
bitch is
Portillo?
lying.
Please.
Okay.
And what
Listen to this
specifically
shit, nigga.
happened on February 5th of
He just said it
2025?
was false. I knew it was false.
We met up at the park to talk because he was calling my job and harassing me, telling me that he wanted to talk to me in regards to the girls. Got out the car, started talking to him, and he started talking all kinds of nonsense. I tried to get back in my car. He stood in front of the car. He wouldn't let me get in the car. Then finally he moves. He gets out the way of the door, and then I'm heading towards my door, and then he goes and he like punches my forehead, and then he just starts telling me all these things that just and that was it. And then he chased me down.
He hit you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Were the police called?
No, I didn't call the police.
Have there been any prior incidents before February of 2025 when the police were called?
Yes. About like 4 years ago, we've had about 6 domestic cases. In regards.
Six domestic violence cases?
Yes, sir.
Over what time frame are we talking?
From 2023 to
right.
20.
Just hold on.
The recent one, 2025. So it's been like an ongoing, on and off. He went to jail for about 3 years, got out. Then the 3 years that he did, he tried to take my life. He took me out. It's been a lot.
So you're asking for a finding of family violence today, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're also asking that your contact information not appear in the order today?
Yes, sir.
Are you requesting to be appointed sole managing conservatorship of the children?
Yes, sir.
And you're requesting for the exclusive right to designate primary residence with no geographic restriction, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What is your request for visitation at this time?
He has no visitation until he just finished assaulting his father, and I mean he's out of control. So I fear for my daughter's lives.
Okay. Now the state, well, I'll start with this. When was the last time that y'all lived together?
About going on in 8 years.
And was he employed at that time?
Yes,
What did he do?
he's a truck driver.
To your knowledge, is he still driving trucks?
Yes,
How much was he making back then?
probably like 60 to 70,000.
Do you know how much he makes now? Have any personal knowledge of how much he makes now?
No, not really. Should be around the same thing though.
I'll ask the court to take judicial notice that according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Texas, May of 2024, the annual mean wage for heavy and trailer truck drivers is $56,470.
Okay.
So noted.
No objection.
So Ms. Portillo, I've calculated child support based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics for average income for truck drivers, as I just stated. And I'm calculating child support to be $1,016 per month starting May 1st. Are you in agreement with that?
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
State court, correct.
And how are the children currently covered for health insurance?
They're on Medicaid
Yep.
right now.
He just showed
Do you
up
have
here
access to
going,
insurance through an employer or other source?
Damn right.
No, I don't.
Do you agree with the state's proposal that Mr. Arana should pay medical support of $300 per month starting May 1st?
Yes, sir.
I will pass the witness.
Any questions, Mr. Carrizales?
Not at this
And
time.
he
Not
ain't supposed to be
until,
representing her.
rebuttal
This is
if I
the
need to, Your Honor.
OAG. It said
Okay.
on the application.
You may call your next witness, sir.
Now look at
Thank
this.
you, Your Honor. The state calls Mr. Arana.
Watch his testimony. Watch how they lied on him. The bitch lied on him.
Hold on one second. Mr. Arana, could you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Arana, has there been a history of family violence between you and Ms. Portillo?
Yes, sir, there has, but there's been a whole
Is
bunch
it-
of false police reports just to
Okay,
get me
hold
out
on.
the house.
Wait for me to ask a question.
Look at this. Look at this
Is
cup.
it correct that you were incarcerated for domestic violence against Ms. Portillo?
Which year? Like this goes back to
Have you been, hold on, have you been incarcerated multiple times for domestic violence against her?
in the past. In the past, I have.
Okay.
What the
Like
When were you incarcerated?
Since 2000 and got out 2022.
Well, it's over,
You
fella.
got out in 2022?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when were you,
He talking.
when
to
did you go in?
Congress.
July of 19. No, July of 20.
July of 2020?
Yes, sir. They were trying to give me a rehabilitation.
Okay, hold on. Wait for me. Hold on. Wait for me to ask a question, sir.
Hold on, Mr. Arteaga. Mr. Arana,
Yes, ma'am.
just answer the question he asked you, okay?
Roger that, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you were incarcerated roughly from 2020 through 2022,
Yeah, somebody
correct?
left a comment saying, show the videos of the men fight.
And what was the conviction for?
I'm trying to
Do you
look
know?
for those videos.
It was for one was a burglary habitat. We were living it together, but I guess they just
Whose habitat?
that one. The house that we were living in Carrollton, the apartment.
Miss Portillo's habitat?
Our habitat. That's where actually got arrested.
Yours and hers.
Yes, we were staying there together.
What other counts were you convicted on?
3 family domestics. Those 3 were false. I was guilty of.
Okay, I'm not asking if they were false or not. I'm asking what you were convicted of.
I was guilty of 1 family domestic. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll move on. Ms. Portillo indicated that there was an incident in February of this year where you hit her. Is that correct?
He'll move on.
No, sir. She contacted my sister saying that there was this guy looking for me from Fort Worth. I got the text message when my sister sent me that. So
okay.
I called Vicky.
Objection non-responsive.
Objection sustained. Again, Mr. Ariana, there will be time for you to tell me what you want me to know. Right now, I just need you to answer the questions that you're asked, okay?
That, man.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to move on. Mr. Arana, the state is proposing that Ms. Portillo be appointed sole managing conservator of the children and that you would have possessory conservatorship. Are you in agreement with that?
No, sir.
Are you requesting joint managing conservatorship?
What is joint, sir? What does that mean? Like
Do you want to
50-50?
be? Do you want to be involved in the day-to-day
Yes,
decisions
yes,
for the
sir.
children?
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
exactly, that's all I want. That's all I'm looking
Okay.
for. That's all I actually
Um,
want.
What are you requesting as far as visitation?
Just for me to get them on the weekends, sometimes during the week, just go pick them up, go eat dinner with them, just do stuff with them,
So
Like
is
just
your request for the standard possession order?
yes, sir. Like that's all I
Okay.
want. Like I want to spend time with my daughter. Just
Okay. I'll move on.
Y'all hear that?
Do you have a commercial driver's license, sir?
yes, sir.
And are you currently employed?
I'm unemployed, sir. I probably make like if I'm able to like work a few days or whatever, I'll make like
Now they're
$250 a
getting
day.
too personal.
Well, so I might work 1 or 2 days out of the week. It's hard for me to get a job. Like it's hard. Like it's hard because her brother's got a lot of influence.
Okay.
Trucking world over here.
When was the last time that you were employed?
Damn.
I
There
work
you
every week.
go.
I managed to put a little. You know what I mean? I managed to work a little bit every week.
Okay. Did you say you make $250 a day?
It might work, yeah, but it's self-contracting.
How often? How many days a week do you
I
work
might
on
work 1 or 2
average?
days out of the week. Like I might work like
Now he telling too much. See, fellas, this is when you supposed
1
to
or 2
shut the
days out of
fuck
the week.
up.
Sometimes I might just go to.
This is when you're supposed to shut your fucking mouth. You don't tell nobody how much fucking money you get, how much money you make. That's stupid. The fuck?
Work.
So are you saying then that you
Sometimes I might
make
go to work, sir, make $50, $60.
Mr. Arana, Mr. Arana,
ma'am.
hold on
Yes,
one
ma'am.
second. I'm going to
I don't
ask
have a
you
job.
one.
I don't have a job. I keep telling him, like, I
Mr.
don't have a
Arana,
job.
that's not what I'm asking you. I'm going to ask you one more time. Just answer the question that he asks you. He's
Okay.
asking you very simple yes or no questions. If he asks you something else, just give him the answer to that without all the commentary, sir.
Now,
Okay?
Roger that, ma'am.
now, do you hear now y'all hear the conflict of interest, right? Y'all hear that, right? They ain't supposed to represent her, but they are. It says on their application that they ain't supposed to represent the mother. They represent the state. So this is the mother's lawyer, but they'll tell you we don't represent them. Down here in Texas, they lie a lot. Texas is known for a lot of corporation fraud. Okay. Just look at Ken Paston, how he allegedly beat the trading, federal trading shit. He was in trouble with that shit. We keep playing this shit, man.
Got you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Arteaga.
All right. So Mr. Arana, if you make maybe $250 a
I'm
day and work
unemployed.
1 or 2,
I don't make money. I'm just unemployed, sir. I don't make
Okay, you don't make any
Arana,
money.
Got it, sir.
Mr. Arana,
Yes, ma'am.
this hearing is going to take a long time unless you start to cooperate.
I already did,
Let
man.
him, sir, let him.
Now, what we read from the child support judge's handbook, they need him to comply to go forward. But he already made an agreement and all that other shit. And then they she so-called filed a domestic violence and shit like that. They need him to comply. We read that in the other past few podcasts and see he gonna comply.
Ask you the question. Once he finishes asking you the question, answer the question. That's it. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, counsel.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. So you were saying $250 a day and you work once or twice a week. I was going to ask, so are you making maybe $500 per week? Does that sound right?
No, I make like 300 to 400 a week, man. Like I don't make that much money.
Do you know how much you made for the month of March?
No, I didn't make no money on March. I probably made like $600-700 bucks.
God.
How much did you make in
I live
February?
at my mom's house. I live on my mom's house.
Okay, objection non-responsive.
What do you keep? All right, cool.
Mr. Arana, he doesn't keep doing anything. He's just
asking me the
asking
same
you a
question about my
question.
money, and I keep telling them,
Sir,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
you volunteered information that you work.
Ooh.
You make $250 once or twice a week.
I got a lot.
Did you hear what she just said? Did y'all hear what she just said? She said you volunteered your information. Did you hear what she just said? She just said that. You volunteer your information. See, this goes to show somebody left a comment saying show the men that's winning. Well, when you can go in this motherfucker and say no thank you, I will not be contracting with you. We ain't doing no type of business. I don't know you because all you are strangers. I plead the fucking fifth.
Going through my mind, man. I got a lot of
Okay.
situations, you know.
I'm talking right now, so you need to listen to me, okay? He asked you a question about what you made. You started telling him about where you live. Do you see the disconnect?
Yes,
Ooh.
Okay, so that's he wasn't asking you questions about where you live. He asked you questions about how much you made. So just take your time, listen to the question, and then answer the question, okay?
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
gonna try this again. All right, go ahead, Mr. Arteaga.
Do you know how much you made in February of 2025, sir?
Negative, sir.
Do you know how much you made in January of 2025?
Negative, sir.
Have you done your taxes for 2024 yet?
I haven't done my taxes since my daughter was born, sir.
And when would that be? 2015?
2013.
We noticed you're driving a vehicle. What vehicle is that you're driving today?
It's an Escalade. It's a 2011 Escalade.
Oh God.
Is it a work-related vehicle?
No, sir. Just a personal car that I got just whenever I got my daughters to take trips and go spend time with them.
Okay. You indicated that you had your CDL. When was the last time that you had employment using that CDL?
I don't recall, sir.
Fucking leeches.
Probably last week. Tell you, I made
Last week doing what?
maintenance.
Okay, I'll move on. I'll move on. Do you have access to health or dental insurance, Mr.
No,
Arana?
sir. Last time I went to the dentist was when I was in TDC.
Okay, that wasn't the question.
No, sir. I don't have no pay, no food stamps, none of that stuff, sir.
I'll pass the witness.
Any questions for this witness, Mr. Carazales?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Arana, my name is Vincent Carazales. I represent Ms. Portillo. If you have questions or you can't understand me, please ask me to stop and repeat myself, and I will, okay? You got to say yes or no for the court reporter.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Arana, can you please tell me your current address?
700 West Center Street, apartment 175, Duncanville, Texas 75211.
And how long have you been residing there?
My whole life.
Say that again, I'm sorry?
Since I got out of prison.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Mr. Arana, do you know or have you been informed that Ms. Portilla has filed a protective order against you?
Negative, sir.
Okay.
I went last week. Last week, I think on Thursday or Tuesday, I went to the school to go try to see my daughters. Since there's nothing written on paper, I went to go try to see them. And you know, I let her do her thing with my daughters because I've always worked. Like I've always stayed busy, just paying the bills with her and taking care of her. And when I went up there, you know, I just wanted to give him a hug, see him. You know, it's been 7 months since I haven't seen him, 7, 8 months since she got with James. And that was it. Like, but no, she didn't even tell me. And she said, you're not doing this at girls. I was like, man, for what, man? I said, I'm just trying to spend time with my daughters. I'm like, I'm not trying to see you or anything. Like, I don't even want to be around you, man.
Okay. Well, if you're, Mr. Arana, we're trying to get you served for the protective order.
What is the protective order for, though?
He just gave up his
protection
address
for Miss Portillo and the children.
But for what? What is there a charge or something going through with that one or something? Why would there be a protective order for me against my daughters? Like, why?
Well, Mr. Arana, this is a question and answer format where I ask you questions and you don't ask me questions. I can ask you some questions and it's not how that works where you ask me things. But okay. I will.
Let me stop it right there because I put it back for y'all. So this the shit, like y'all said, Kevin B. All y'all said, thank y'all for participating. Check this out. This man gave up his address, said he lived there all his life. They were fishing so they can get him served that protective order, right? So once he gets that protective order, he already opened his mouth and said all type of shit, incriminating himself, right? So it's gonna be easy to get served, because you want to know how easy it is gonna get served. Because if he there, he probably gonna answer the door. If not, they're gonna leave it with his mom or whoever there who answer the door. They'll leave it on the door or whatever, and he gonna get it, and bam, here go the bullshit. Now let me keep playing.
We'll try to ask you some other questions regarding that. My main question was whether or not you'd be willing to get served so we can move forward on a protective order and get that behind us.
Correct.
Negative, sir.
Okay. Are you at the address you provided us most days?
No, sir.
Did you say no? Okay.
Most of the time, you know what? Yes, I am then. Yes.
Where else do you reside?
That's it. That's my address where I live.
Oh God.
That's what's on my ID, right?
Again, you're not supposed to ask me questions.
Answering questions.
So,
Mr. Arana,
Yes, ma'am.
sir.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're making this way more difficult than it has to be.
Just because, ma'am, I'm just trying to see my daughters, man. I miss my babies, man.
I
This shit hurts,
understand,
man.
but you're not helping me help you. So right,
Fellas, we all been there, right? We've been there. What this guy is lacking is he's letting them people see him sweat. Fellas, you never let nobody see you sweat. You supposed to be thinking. Remember I told y'all you're supposed to be sharp with the mind, sharp with your brain. Shout out to Kevin B, because Kevin B he went there like I did and told him I ain't paying you nothing. So I don't know why I'm here. Right? So he up here, they using the children. They're going to use the children against him like they doing now. Right? They know he's emotionally distraught. They know he got out of prison. They know he lacked education, because everybody in prison lacks education. Because if they had an education and reading, they wouldn't be in prison. They'll be making some money and not be worried about a bitch's court now. Right? So this is sad, fellas, that this had to come to this. You know what I mean? Because guess what? This is why Sham Stop is a shadow ban, because they don't want men to be free. You have a lot of YouTubers feel like just because they pay child support, you gotta pay, right? That's just the most stupidest, insane shit I ever heard. A lot of these YouTubers need to get off YouTube, go get them some help, go get them some therapy or help, and get some medication. Let me keep playing.
right now, you're not helping me help you. I can't help you unless you answer Mr. Carazales's questions. And if I have any questions, you answer mine. Okay? So just try to answer the question that was asked of you, and then I'll let you talk in just a minute, okay?
Johnson, shit.
All right, sir.
Mr. Arana, could you understand that it would be easier for you to begin seeing your children if we do a protective order and we actually get that hearing done? Would that change your mind as to whether you get served on that?
No, I do not want to get served. Like, I don't want to. No, because there's what is this? She need to be protected from. Like I'm trying to stay the hell away from her. Like, I don't want to be around her. Like, y'all just making this all extra stuff. No, negative.
Okay. Is that why you've avoided service for the last month?
What service?
Okay. Mr. Arana, you were arrested on March the 23rd of 2025. Is that correct?
Don't recall, sir.
Were you in, when's the last time you were in Dallas County Jail?
I don't know. Ask Vicky.
I'm asking you, Mr. Arana, when is the last time you were in Dallas County Jail?
I don't know, Vicky. Can you tell him that?
Your Honor, I'm going to object this to non-responsive.
Objection sustained. Mr. Ariana, is your answer you don't know?
I don't know.
Move on, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to ask some specific questions surrounding that. Mr. Honor, were you arrested on March 23rd of 2025 for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon?
No, sir. They assaulted me. I just left before because there was two guys beating me up. So one was beating me up thick, and the other was.
Mr. Ariana, he didn't.
Do y'all hear this shit? Do y'all hear this shit? Do y'all hear this shit? At the end of the day, fellas, 1, 2, 3. When this shit is over with, they gonna huddle up after the court hearing, go have some lunch, and talk about these two people like a goddamn fool.
Ask you what actually happened. What he asked you was that what you were arrested for?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I left.
Okay, so yes is the only answer I need. Anything after that, I don't need it. Go ahead, Mr. Carrizales.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Arana, were you arrested on March the 23rd of 2025 for injury to an elderly person?
I don't recall, sir.
How long did you spend in Dallas County Jail?
I don't recall, sir.
Do you remember being in Dallas County Jail?
I don't recall, sir.
Mr. Arana, when's the last time you used any kind of illegal substance?
I don't recall, sir.
That ain't.
Have you ever used marijuana?
No, sir.
Have you ever used methamphetamines?
No, sir.
Have you ever used cocaine?
No, sir.
What this got to do with child support, fellas? You see this shit? This is supposed to be about children. They done took it to drug court now. You see this shit?
Have you ever used any other kind of illegal substances?
No, sir.
Would you be willing to take a drug test to prove that to the court?
Is Vicky willing to take one too?
Mr. Arana, I'm going to tell you again. I ask you questions. You don't ask me questions. You're going to have a time, as Judge said, for you to say things. And that's where you say stuff. Would you be willing, I'm going to ask again, would you be willing to take a drug test to prove to the court that you do not and have not ever used any kind of illegal substance?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Arana, do you know that we are set for a protective order hearing on April the 22nd of 2025 in the 301st courtroom?
I don't know anything of what's going on, sir.
Okay. Do you understand that that's what service means? That we can tell you and show to you what is being done in these cases? Do you understand what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've told me and you told the court that you're not willing to be served, correct? Is that a yes or a no?
No. Just go to the house. Go drop it off at the house.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry?
Go to the house. Go drop it off at the house.
Okay. So
got my address. Like, you got all my stuff. Like,
Mr. Arana, these things go faster if you would be willing to be served, and then we can deal with the protective order. We can deal with visitation, possession, and access.
But why is there time for that protective order? She can take my kids, and I won't be able to see them for a good while. Like, it's just.
Mr. Carrizales, I think he's already told us 3 or 4 times that he's not willing to be served today on that protective order, and I think we should move on.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further, Mr. Arteaga?
Real quick, I don't think I asked, Mr. Arana, do you have any other children under the age of 18?
Sir.
I'm sorry?
No, sir.
So it's just the 3 on this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'll pass the witness.
Anything else from you, Mr. Carrizales?
Not for this witness at this time.
Okay. So do you rest, Mr. Arteaga?
Subject to a closing.
Okay. Ms. Carrizales?
Your Honor, I'll rest subject to closing as well.
Okay. All right.
If I may,
Hold on 1 second. I have some questions I need to ask. First, Ms. Portillo, can you unmute for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you said the most recent family violence was in February of 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
Going back in time, when was the next most recent family violence?
2016.
2016. So from 2016 to 2025, there was no family violence.
2018, I'm sorry.
2018 to 2025, there was no family violence.
Yeah, the time that he was incarcerated.
But he's been out since 2022. So let's go from 2022 to 2025, there was no family violence.
Yes, there was.
When was it?
In 2020, like 23, he assaulted me in my home. I just didn't.
2023. Okay.
Yeah, he kicked me and slapped me around.
Okay. Since he's been released from prison, have you and Mr. Arana lived together?
Look, he kicked her and slapped her around. She didn't do nothing to him. She's a perfect angel. She is Jesus's mother, right? She is Mother Teresa, right? She has done no wrong. Man, this is some crazy shit.
Together.
No, Your Honor.
Since he's been released from prison, has he had a relationship with the children?
On and off. You've seen him a couple of times.
Okay. Mr. Arana, you have cut your camera off again, sir, and I need you to turn it back on. Okay. So has there ever been any problems between him and the children?
He's just, yes, he doesn't treat them well. He smokes around them. He screams at them. I have them in therapy behind all the stuff that's happened regarding all the domestic violence and everything that he does.
So that's my next question. Did the domestic violence take place in front of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Arana, can you turn your camera on and unmute for me? Ma'am, you can go ahead and mute again. Hold on. Before you do that, did my questions prompt any questions from either one of you?
No, Your Honor.
not from you,
I was
Honor.
talking to the attorney, ma'am. It's okay.
Sorry.
No, Your Honor, we're going to address all of these things in a protective order, so I didn't want to go too far.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Mr. Artiaga, for you, no?
Hello?
No questions for me.
Okay.
Hello?
Mr. Arana, when was the last time you saw your children?
Last week, man, when they were getting out of school, I went up there around, I know she usually picks them up around 3 from 3:15, so I went up there around 2:50, just parked in front of the school, just waited, and just give them a hug and a kiss. Like, I can go to her mom's and do welfare checks and all that stuff, but I don't like to deal with the police and all the other drama that comes with it. So I just figure I'll go up there and just.
So did you see them?
Well, she kept them away from me, like when they like. My
That's
daughter's
not what I
lovely, man.
asked you. When you went last week, did you see them?
I just seen them. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I just seen them. Gave them a hug, and then she told me that she was gonna take my daughters from me. I said, for what, man? Like I'm just trying to be a dad. Like,
Right,
that was
literally.
it.
Okay. Before last week, when was the last time you saw them?
That so-called incident where I supposedly hit her, ma'am. She wanted I had bought the girls a PlayStation 5 and 2 scooters for Christmas, and I called them as I told her, I said, hey, let me see the girls. She brought them out there to the right down the street.
Now I'm gonna pause it. Now, for a dude to hate his children, try to abandon his children, right? They trying to make him as a villain. All women, of course, do. He just bought a PS5, right? What a children's testimony at? Huh? What a children's testimony at? Ain't that right, Kevin B? Don't they supposed to be a children's testimony? At a certain age, the children's supposed to be testifying about their parents. See this bullshit?
From her job, and I said, man, go do your thing. I said, let me take him out to the park, and let me take him out to go eat and spend some time with him. So I'll meet you up somewhere, go drop him off. And that was it. She said, no, I have to come with you. I said, I don't want to be with you.
What's
like,
up,
I don't want to
Cody?
be around you, man. Like I just want to spend time with my daughters. Because every time my daughters, like when they see me on last week, ma'am, like they don't know if they're like allowed to love me. They don't know how to show their affection towards me, because anytime that I tell them something, like look at their mom real quick, like
Did y'all hear that? So she's training them children to hate him. We have it live right now on Sham Stoppers. She's training the kids and they look at her. Are we supposed to say that, mama? Because when we huddled up before we seen dad, we supposed to run this script. Now she done changed. She done turned the children into spies. Y'all remember the video I did a few years back called Spy Kids? Y'all remember that? When you ain't seen your child in a long time, they send them around and see what you got, and then they report back to mama and see what you got.
like she kind of brainwashed them.
Look at that.
That messes me up, man. Because
Okay, so
Look. They don't have nothing to say after he said they brainwashed him. Look at their face. They're not gonna defend that, fellas, because it's not in the best interest of their pockets. You know what I mean? Yes. False support. Yes, Kevin. Yes. Fellas, y'all hearing it today? Ain't y'all glad I'm gonna start putting these up? I'm gonna try to catch them every morning. I'm gonna try to put these up, man.
all right, sir, you can mute yourself. Don't turn your camera off. Mr. Arteaga, this
hold on, can
was
you hear me?
excuse me?
Did you hear what I said?
I did. I could hear you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's connected to the. I'm sorry, to the Bluetooth. I'm sorry, man.
You're fine. Mr. Arteaga, this is a SAPSER and a paternity establishment, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're establishing paternity on the oldest child.
And the twins, 3 children.
Oh,
But I thought they were AOPs on someone.
Oh, I think you're right. I think the 2 younger ones have AOPs. I can
Okay,
confirm.
I'm trying to keep
the DNA was on all 3.
so guess what, fellas? So when he gets those papers for the protective order, and he get the papers for establishment of paternity, he's that child support order gonna be on his face if he accepts and agrees to all this. Y'all know that, right?
Children. So that's
But the DNA was for a presumed father, correct?
correct. But we tested all 3 kids.
But you tested
Yes.
all 3 kids.
Yes.
Oh, well, he
Okay.
already got the
All
child
right,
support.
I'm just trying to keep it straight, Mr. Arteaga.
No, you're right. The 2 younger ones, Annabelle and Angelina, the twins, both had AOPs.
Okay. And what are the last names of the children?
Arana for all 3.
For all 3. Okay. Is there anything else from anyone else other than closing?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. Not
Okay,
for me.
Mr. Arteaga, you may go ahead with your closing.
Thank you, Judge. So the reason that the state was proposing a temporary order is specifically because there is this setting for the protective order coming up on April 22nd. As you heard from Mr. Carizales, there's an issue with service there. That's still.
So guess what? Let me give it to y'all, bro. This dude on the screen, he could have stopped all this shit by number 1, not agreeing. Number 2, not answering what he don't feel is comfortable. Number 3, stop volunteering information. And guess what? He would have walked out. He would have beat this case, right? If he would have stuck to his guns and beat the drum. No, thank you. I don't consent. Nope. No, thank you. Nope. What's in it for me? No, thank you. I got something to do, fellas. But if you came in here late, go start it over. All right? I'm going to catch another one. We're going to catch another one in the morning. Right? We're going to start catching these. If I catch a live court hearing, I'm going to put it up for y'all. Y'all just be ready. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Peace. And yeah, you're right, Kevin. No service, no jurisdiction. There you go. Everybody have a good day. Peace.